Cowboys, we are awarded several scouts and coaches to get to talk to, one of which is Ross Wuensche, a national scout. Ross, how you doing, sir? Zach Wolchuk, we haven't had the pleasure of meeting in person, but it's a pleasure to get to chat with you, man. How you feeling?
Howdy. Good. It'll be a long day today, but looking forward to it.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a little bit of a long wait for the next pick, but so far, quite a haul. I mean, I know you're someone with a national scout. You've gotten to have grades on all of these players. So what stands out to you first, of course, about Tyler Guyton, who you were able to get, picking up an extra pick, but then selecting at 29?
Yeah, that one was fun. Obviously getting to take our guy and then pick up what we believe is a future starter for free. That was awesome, too. So, yeah, Tyler, high-level left tackle. Keep Tyler at left guard, Tyler Smith at left guard, which is huge for us, just to keep him there and get to build around him. Guyton's upside is through the roof, one of the most athletic tackles I've done. Just overall traits. So excited to get him in here, get him with that position group. Those guys know how to work. So we're going to get the most out of him for sure.
When you are projecting somebody like that who plays right tackle most of the time, I mean, I think it was one game at Oklahoma he had on the left side. Mm-hmm. What kind of things are you looking for to say, I feel comfortable that he can flip to the left side?
The cool thing about him is he was the blindside protector at OU. So,
right.
I mean, Dylan Gabriel, left-handed guy. So he's used to that kind of pressure. Obviously, I mean, just he has left tackle footwork, which is crucial for that position. We feel like we can clean the hands up, get him to play there, but he's got the feet, which translates first, in my opinion. So,
how much homework do you guys put into potential trade back opportunities throughout the evaluation process? And is there a specific target that you guys were maybe looking for in the late 20s, early 30s as the weeks got closer?
Some of the strategy meetings, that's big. Just, what guys we would feel comfortable slipping back from, what are we trying to get, looking behind us, who could also pluck one of our guys. There's a lot of variables, but we do a lot of strategy work there. We did some before then and felt good about the opportunity to pick up a 3, still feel good where we're at, and pick a player that'll help us win.
Yeah, and then all in all, I mean, getting that extra pick at 73 to be able to sure up that interior offensive line hole, you got to feel pretty good about that offensive line hole, right?
Yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah.
Grabbing Coop, excellent player. I mean, we're really excited about him. He fits the culture of our guys. I just watched, I guess, his phone call last night. He sounds super excited, so we're happy to have him. Guard, center flex. He's played a lot of positions there, so he fits the mold of a Cowboy offensive lineman for sure.
Yeah, I have kind of probably an over-man crush on Cooper Beebe. One of my favorite players in this entire draft. Graham Barton certainly was there as well, but now you're able to double up on the offensive line. Guyton and Cooper Beebe, now as you project ahead as the offensive line, you mentioned the importance of keeping Tyler Smith at guard, but the competition that you guys have built in that room now, what stands out to you about that and the depth?
Yeah, I mean, and we still got Brock. We love Brock, and TJ's upside is awesome. We feel really good about that, right guard, the left tackle spot. Obviously, T-Steele's got the right tackle spot locked down. We feel real good about that. But the competition, the ability to cross-train those guys, guard center, helps us game day versatility. But, yeah, keeping Tyler Smith at left guard was huge for us because we just think he's obviously an all-pro level, but, you don't want to project too far ahead, but we love, the upside there at left guard.
Talking with Ross Wuensche here on 105.3 The Fan and DallasCowboys.com. Talking about those projections, like I know you broke down going with Guyton from right to left, but Cooper Beebe, who has played along the entire offensive line, but what goes into that projection of a position change for some of these players when you look at Beebe and can he project to center?
For us, it's always the ability to reach and seal. So be able to reach, get his hat across, leverage a 3 technique of shade, which he's been able to do that. And then the tackle feet that he displayed. And then for us, obviously the ability to bend and create that natural leverage, which is something we think he does great. And then seeing him do it throughout the workout process and actually seeing him be able to snap quick to contact and just look natural doing it. And so everything we saw there, he looks smooth. Looks like he can handle it.
Even with the dad bod. I love
it. One more quick follow-up on the idea of center, just as a projection. When you're talking about projecting somebody to center when they play guard, which is the more difficult thing for you in the scouting process? Is it just the mechanics of snapping the ball and playing off there, or is it more the questions of mental processing and checks at the line of scrimmage that you're wondering how he can handle it?
I think it's the mental demands are extreme. It'll help it'll help Dak out. I mean, Dak's obviously, I think his pre-snap stuff is elite, but being able to just take a little bit more off him. Cooper's great from an FBI standpoint. He understands the game. It's real natural to him. So I think that being able to project a center, that's crucial. Just the mental demands of the game.
Marshawn Kneeland is a gentleman that is still, developing his pass rush and things like that. But from a run game perspective, he has a very natural feel for how to stack, shed, tackle. Is that something that y'all think he can come in and help with immediately?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the play style, what we call it, it jumps off the tape. There's a lot of Tank Lawrence comps, and there's a reason. I mean, he's the same kind of guy. But his upside, I mean, we think he can still fill out if he wants to. We can keep him at 266, whatever. He's got a lot of flexibility there. But the pass rush toolbox is there. I mean, he's got length. The testing numbers are through the roof. So I think initially the run game stuff will be dominant, but he's got, pass rush traits.
Yeah, he's got some snap and pop to him. When you watch him play against the offensive lineman, I mean, it's immediate with the hands, and you're thinking like, okay, this guy's got some upper body pop to him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously like G5 or whatever you call it, you look for best comp. And I think his first snap against Iowa, I guess it's, they're running outside zone away. Right. He gets his hat in the crack, falls back, and decapitates the running back. So he showed he could do it against, level of comp, and then obviously Senior Bowl. So
I'm curious as just kind of a general. We'll only keep it to people who are not available right now, so we don't tip anything. But we've talked about. There's been a lot of discussion about Xavier Worthy's speed. I know Aisha the other day was talking about Chop Robinson's explosiveness. When you talk about like your favorite trait of a player that you scouted this year, who's something that you just go like, man, I love that guy's arm, or like, oh man, that guy's speed, that's really special. What was your favorite trait you saw this year?
I'm not going to toot our own horn.
But go ahead.
But probably Marist's play style.
Yeah.
We got a great vision for him. I did Talanoa Hufanga coming out of SC, and there's a lot of like, not just the play style, but the wiring of the kid. He's a Cowboy through and through, phenomenal kid. But his ability to play from the slot, he can cover number 2. We can put him in the box. He's got high-level rush tools. Just his play style, and also bringing in Kneeland. Like, we feel like we kind of upgraded the temperament there.
Could you have expected coming out of the first 2 days with an edge, or was it kind of a possibility as that 56 was nearing? It's like, hey, this is a pretty good player that's
can't
starting
pass
to slip
up
to
on
us.
Kneeland here.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of a blinking light that we've discussed. I guess what's today, Saturday, so Thursday night. Just looking forward. He's one of those guys who are a conviction pick. Everybody who watched the player loved him, and that's personnel coaching. Like usually we do a pretty good job when we all have clear eyes on a guy, and he was one that was like, this is a Cowboy. So,
and with Marist, do you think the increase in, I guess, special teams value at that linebacker position going into this draft, the new kickoff rules and things of that nature, do you think that kind of also was another positive for you guys to be able to pull at 87?
Yeah, and we got an ace in the hole with Bones. Bones knows what we're looking for there. But yeah, I mean, his versatility, for sure.
Ross, last one for you. I know Daron Bland was one of your guys. I'm assuming when you were scouting him, you knew eventually he was going to break the interception return for touchdown record in a single season.
100%.
Hell of an eye there, Ross.
I wish. We bet on the kid, and obviously it paid off. He's phenomenal. So we're happy to have him.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. There he is, Ross Wuensche.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate you.
Day of the Scouts here at 105.3 The Fan and DallasCowboys.com.